Hello, everyone.
Hey,
How are you?
good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Well, let's see. Maybe we have to wait a little bit more to see that who will join the Zoom program. My copy is very gullish.
Is it your mug?
It's not my mug, but it's like full of butterflies and
Let me see.
it's super funky.
Nice.
Well, kind of. So we have a new member, I think, Shokhan and Fatima. I don't know whether Shokhan, can you speak English? And Fatima, you too.
Yes, but
Cool.
not perfect.
Well, nobody's perfect.
Yeah, I think so.
Good. So at least you can speak. That's good.
Yeah, a little bit.
That little bit means a lot. We all learn.
Maybe, but I
We all
can't
learn
describe
like
myself.
this. We will see. So what about you, Fatima? فاطمة بكردية تواني قسە بکەیت بە ئینگلیزیە توانیت چه زمانێکت پێ خۆشە قسەی بکەیت؟ I think she's muted.
Yeah, she's muted.
Okay. Lavan. Can you speak English or Kurdish or? Okay. At least we can give a try to not waste all our precious time within these kind of questions. So today's book, first of all, welcome everybody to this Zoom program within me and Ava in another week. Today's book is about the Essential Rumi by Coleman Barks. And well, before we move to the subject, do you know who is Rumi? Let's see how many of you knows Rumi. Like where he is originally from, where did he stay, where did he live, and do you know anything about Rumi? Eva, do you know anything about Rumi?
Yeah, so he's Persian and then or Turkish, or he's Persian and he lived in Turkey, right?
Well, actually, he's from Balkh. Balkh is from near to Pakistan, Afghanistan.
So he's
No, and he moved when he was around very little. He moved to Iran, and due to some political issue, he moved to Turkey, and he lived in Turkey for the rest of his life. And he's the father of Sufism. That he created a new religious kind of dance, which is the spiral dance. Which, if you have ever been to Turkey, you will know that. Can you hear me, everybody? Except you, Eva, Shokhan, and Mohammed. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing.
Cool, cool. I think he's not a Persian poet, Mr. Mohammed. He's a Turkish one, but actually, originally, he's from Balkh. And we have read that for many years that she had a daughter. Her name was Kimia. Actually, Kimia was not his own daughter, but Rumi raised her. And later, he gave it to the hand of his best friend, which is, who was the soulmate of Rumi?
another poet.
Yeah, he was a poet, but he was quite very nasty, and he He used many bad language actually, but he was a
So
poet.
not Hafiz.
No, not Hafiz.
Okay.
He was Shams Tabrizi. Again,
Oh, yes. I've heard of this.
yeah. So in most of the, I did a research study on one of those things that Rumi and Shams, they loved each other, like something like gay. They were into each other. They loved each other like they were bisexual. But still, we don't have evidence for that. But in most of during my research among like 200, 300 studies, it has shown that. Yes, Shams Tabrizi. He's from Tabriz, Iran. And then later, he gave the raised daughter to Shams, but his daughter died because he was so young, and he gave it to Shams, though they loved each other a lot. And then after her death, Shams disappeared forever. Some people, they said they have seen him in Damascus, in Syria, today's Syria, in Sham. But nobody knows whether he was the real Shams or not. Okay, regarding today's,
Irene, what year was this when they were around?
it was around 600, 700 BC. Yeah, AD.
AD.
Not BC. Yeah.
So after, okay.
Yeah, it was like, but let me double check it because I'm not sure which year, what do you mean by which year? Which year was for what?
Like just like what when they were around. Like
I mean,
how old?
like that he was lived.
Yeah, that they lived.
They lived in 13th century, which is around 400 something.
Okay.
Yeah, but most of his works came into the public by 15th century, which is around 600. So please, if you don't like your video to be seen, I will post these videos into the YouTube and Instagram. If you don't like your faces to be seen, kindly do not open your videos, because I'm keep telling people that I will post my videos everywhere. If you don't like to be seen, don't open your videos. That's totally fine. Okay. Can you tell me, Ava, why did you choose Rumi?
Oh, this was a book I read like a couple years ago and I really loved it. So that's why I chose it.
Okay.
And like he kind of surprised me as a poet. I think there's like it's like Shakespeare uses a lot of structure and rhythm and stuff, and Rumi kind of just like does his own thing.
Some people, they believe that he was murdered, but there is no concrete evidence that he was murdered. Nobody knows. Okay, so did you read the book actually?
Me, I didn't get through all of it this week, but I read some. I like read bits and pieces throughout the book.
So what did you learn from the book?
Me or everyone?
Well, first let me ask you, and then we will move to the people.
I was just kind of trying to understand the themes that he was writing about more so. And like when you read a book a second time, you kind of notice things that you don't notice the first time.
Okay.
But yeah, I think a lot of his themes are pretty universal still.
Okay. So how about everybody? Like, if you have read Rumi, what did you understand from Rumi's work? We have more than Coleman Barks. He's one of those professors that he's working on Rumi actually. But also, it's not only about Rumi. You have to read like Shams Tabrizi, the Kimia, and the Jawhar Hatun. Like the Persian name is Jawhar Hatun, which means Miss Jawhara. Like she was the wife of Rumi. In order to understand this family stuff, you should read all those works.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Mohammed asked everyone that what is the connection between Rumi and religion? Is there any connection between Rumi and religion? Like, this is for everybody, not me. Shokhan, Galena, and we have one more, Aween.
Well, actually, I think life is about religion, and at the end of everything, you have to go home and then God is in home. I think it's all that.
But why Rumi and religion? It's not about life, it's not about people, it's about only Rumi. Whenever we use Rumi, we think about spiral dons, and we think about religion, and we think about holy book and many other religious stuff. Why?
I think it's the end answer for everything. I didn't finish the book, but I just read a few papers, and it's the end of everything on the earth. We will go home, and then God created everything on the earth. I'm a Muslim person, but I think those people who don't believe religion, they think that they think universe. I don't know how to describe it.
It's okay. You can give us a simple try, like to make it easier. But well, people are, if they are religion or not, this is their own business. We are no position. We are in no position to force people, because even God in the Holy Quran said that "Lakum dinukum waliya din, qad tabayyana ar-rushdu min al-ghayy," which means your religion is for you, my religion is for me. You cannot force anyone to be a religious person or not. But there is a connection between Rumi and the religion, because he always used a very wisdom speech in order to clarify religion for people. He believes that the main happiness is to do with yourself. It's the love of soul rather than the love of physical shape. I have a question for you. Like, one of the essential books lesson is about judgment. Why we usually judge people based on different things? Why we love to judge people, though we are not God, but we always try to judge others. What is the point? Aween?
Yes.
Cool. You can speak
Yes.
English, right?
Yes, I can.
Good. So I start with you, Aween. Can you tell me why we judge people? It's nothing to do with Rumi. I just take the lessons from Rumi and then I will ask general questions. Why we judge people?
Because we think that we are perfect. Every people look like, show us like, I don't know how to tell, but it's a kind of selfish, I think, when we judge people, because we are, like you said, you are not a god to judge people. Every people have different opinion. It's not your business to like say he is do this, she is do this, it's wrong, it's not wrong. It's not like your job. We should do all of people just focus ourselves, because when you think like you are good for yourself, then you are judging good for people. If you're not good for yourself, you are not good like judger for the people. I think because it's wrong for ourselves. But if you judge like a good, he is good, uh, like something like that is good. But you are bad judging, it's like it's not good, because it's um like because it's showing our personality.
Okay. Mr. Muhammad says that I personally think that he knows about other religions and other prophets like Muhammad, Jesus, Moses, peace be upon them all. So he's trying to educate us in that way. I totally agree with you, Mr. Muhammad. It's not only about religion, it's about self-education. There is a saying, we always thank God, or we always look for God when we are in a trouble. But when we are happy, we dismiss God, or we just think that there is no God. If you believe God in sadness, so where is your God during the happiness? This is, in many scholars' point of view, they believe that God is the one who created you, but also you are your own, like not God, but you are your own Godfather. Godfather is a word in English which we use it as the educator, as, am I right, Eva?
Yeah, or we have godparents here, and they're basically like, if something happens to your parents, then your
Yeah.
godparents follow. So like, they
Let
protect
me
you.
write that word. Godparents, which is somebody who is in charge of everything, like Godfather.
Like
In
if
England, yeah, in England they call it Godfather.
if
But
something happens to your actual father, he
yeah,
becomes your father.
well, in England it's more like gender discrimination. You did pretty well in that. It's not
Oh.
only about father, it should be godmother also. Why only father?
No, I mean there's both. There's both.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait,
Another point is about I will just ask you questions. Please, you are the one to speak. Do you believe that we are the prisoner of our innate? We are the prisoner of ourselves. We can never run away from ourselves. Anyone? Mr. Mohammed with us with the text because he cannot speak, but we have Dana, we have Shokhan, and we have Awi, and we have Eva. So Eva, you can give a try.
like our mind. Like, can you clarify the question a little bit?
Yeah,
Like, what do you mean?
we always believe that we are the best. So we are always the prisoner of ourselves. We are more judgmental in another way.
Oh, I think, here's another point that I was thinking about, is that like, when someone's judgmental towards someone else, that's really just a reflection of who they are. It doesn't really reflect on the person who did it.
Mr. Mohammed, did you get the point that Eva said? Like, yeah. Oh, she already wrote it also.
Yeah.
Do you believe that you are the prisoner of yourself? Like you are always, your soul tell you to avoid that, you will avoid it. Your soul will tell you to judge others, you will be judgmental. Your soul will tell you that do this, do that. So do you think that you are the prisoner of your mind or your soul? Hello, everyone. Where is your answers? کاکەدانا ئەتوانی بە کوردی قسە بکەیت هیچ کێشەیەکمان نییە پرسیارەکەمان لەسەرەوەیە ئەگەر لە پرسیارەکە تێگەیشتویت بە کوردی ئەتوانیت قسە بکەیت هیچ کێشەیەک نییە کێشە نییە لێرە بە کوردی قساکەیت یان بە ئینگلیزی گرنگەوەیە هەنێ زانیاری لە یەکتریەوە فێر بین. We have Glenna, we have Shokhan, we have Galaxy S8, we have... That's a cool name, by the way. I love Galaxy S8. Like, that name is super cool. Is it like Galaxy S8 even on the passport, or it's another name? Okay, so what about you, Eva? Let's, before I move to the others.
The soul, prisoner of the soul?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I think people are pretty much stuck in who they are, but I think books can change that. if you do like I didn't know anything about Sufism until I read Rumi, and I still don't know that much about Sufism, like just that it's mystical and also religion. Kind of, is that right?
It's like a line shift of the religion. It's not a religion, but it's a line shift of a religion. Like it's a yeah, it's like a detour. It's like the tour of a religion.
Mm. So yeah, no, I think.
Dear Dana, Dana, کاک دانا پرسیارەکەم ئەوەیە کاڵم ئایا ئێمە هەمیشە بەند بووین بە ناخمانەوە ئایا ئێمە بەندین بەوەی کە لە ناخمان ئاگوزارێت بەندکراوی ناخمانی یعنی ئەوەی کە ناخمان داوامان لێ بکاتەوە شتاکەین یاخود نەخێرە نەجار دوای عەقڵەکەوین یاخود نەجار دوای ئیمۆشن یاخود عاتیفاکەوین. So we have Shokhan, we have Galaxy S8, we have Awi, we have Kakadana. So anything? Shokhan Khan, are you here?
Yes.
Cool. So what do you think about the question?
Well, actually, I'm not like this. I don't judge people because if someone does something wrong for me, and then I don't think that he's not a good person or anything bad about them. Just I think they haven't a good education and they have a different backgrounds in their lives. And I don't judge people, and I don't know why people like this.
It's not about people, Shokhan, it's about you. Do you always follow your soul? تو همیشه بقصی روح تکید یا بقصی عقل تکید یا بکودگی بابلین بقصی دل تکید.
Well, it depends on the situation. Sometimes I follow my soul. That's why I love Rumi, because he cares about souls. And I don't know, but every time I don't want to hurt people, even by one word. Do you understand me?
Yeah, I do.
I always think about the other people. I don't want to hurt anyone, even by one word.
Okay. You have the same idea with Mr. Muhammad. Like he's saying that it's connecting. We follow all of them. Heart, mind, emotion. It just depends on the situation. Irene, what do you think?
I think no, most of the time, because sometimes this thing is we are thinking about is not the thing is they are saying. I don't know, because each person have a different reason for that, but I think because sometimes people feel shy or feel shameless because to express this feeling of thinking, like maybe you are laughing of my thinking, that's why we will change. Oh, this thing is we will say. That's why people most of time following the brain, because I think brain is more stronger than heart. Sometimes we fail because of the heart. I think it's because of that, or sometimes we feel like upset, but when we talk with someone we're smiling because to no one know about what's going on inside of us.
Okay. Thank you. Galaxy S8, are you here? Galaxy S8 توانید بە کوردی بە قساکەم بە ئینگلیزی قسە بکەم نازانم لە کام زمانیان تێدەگەیت. I think he or she just joined and left it. Okay, I move to the hard part, which is, according to Essential Rumi, hurting is a blessing. Why? According to that book, hurting sometimes is a blessing. ئازارچەشتن هەندێک جار خۆشگوزەرانیە. Why? بۆچی؟ Are you with me? Eva, can you just add some points? At least they love to hear your voice rather than my rory voice.
So you talking about like how pain is not a bad thing in this book?
Well, in life is not a bad thing. I always said that if you want to enjoy sweetness, you have to taste bitterness.
Yeah, so I think I don't know, I think what the point was getting at is like you have to experience all these things authentically. You can't, whenever there's pain, people want to kind of rush through it, but like you kind of have to let it pass. And it gives the sweeter things more meaning.
So do you believe that whenever we get hurt, it means we were blessed?
I mean, it's hard to think about it like that, like when you're hurting. I mean, the other thing is like people say here like time heals all wounds. So I think you guys agree with that. Okay, Galaxy essay this one.
I think no, but he's just practicing. That's a good way. So what about the others? Shene.
بله دكتور أري
أتواني بكردي قسە بکەیت بإنجليزي؟
بەهەردووکی ئەتوانم
زۆر
بەس
باشە.
چونکە رەنگ جوین بوو نازانم باسی چی ئەەکەن بابەتەکە دەربارەی چی ئەمڕۆ
باسی یاپراکەکەین. Oh gosh, we are talking about the essential Rumi, and the question is, do you believe that hurting is blessing? Sometimes.
Sometimes yes.
And that's all?
Yeah.
Don't you want to add something else?
No.
Like giving an example, giving experience, at least to practice your English?
I think today I'm practicing English.
Yes, but only saying the word of yes is not practicing English. At least add some more sentences. هیچ نباید چند ڕستەیەکی تری بۆ زیاد کرد چونکە yes is not practicing English. It will not help you. So just don't worry. Nobody except Eva, nobody here is native speaker. Even me, I'm a Kurdish speaker, so you don't have to worry. But دڵی خۆت قسە بکە.
دەست خۆش دکتۆر ئەرین.
Okay. I never push anyone. You're welcome, dear. Okay. So, anyone want to add something to that hurting?
مامۆستا
گیان کاکەدان.
ئەم کاتت باش
هەموو کاتێکتان.
ببورە من باشتەتی گێنە بڵێ فۆزاکەمان لە کوردستان خەتمان باش نییە کارەبا بڕینە هەموو شتێکە.
Okay. He said our net is not good. Sometimes cutting because of the electric. That's why Mr. Rowan, I don't know the name, Mr. Rowan's left it. But we will back, inshallah.
No, he's back. He's just muted. No, I was just wondering what he was saying, like about his point, his opinion about the book, or about the question.
I'm totally sorry, guys. It was like we live in the time of Rumi still in Kurdistan, like 30th century, 40th century, I don't know. Still, we have to use a candle and I don't know, power bank. Well, not power bank.
مامۆستا نازانم قسەکانم گەیشتیانە بەس
بورە کاکەدانە نەوەڵانە
کوردستانە
ئەتوانیت کێشە نابێت یەکسەر دەست پێ بکە چونکە ئیسەر ڕێکۆرد دەستی پێکردێتەوە یەکسەر دەست پێ بکە هیچ کێشەیەک نیە. چونکە قسەکەت کەوتت سڵاتان لێبێت
من ڕاستەکەی من وا تێگەشتم کە ئازار چێشن کە تۆ ئازارێکە کێشی لە کۆتایە بێبێتە سوود بەخش بۆ نمونە تۆ کارێک کە زۆر قورسە ئەتەی ئەو کارە ئەنجام بدەیت بەڵام ئەو کارەکە دەست پێەکەی لە ڕۆژ ئەنجامدانیەوە کارەکە زۆر قورسیانی ئازار تەیە ئازار زۆر ئازار بەخشە بەڵام لە کۆتایەکە سەرکەوتی بەسەر کارەکە وەکو ئازارە نەچێت شێوی وایە ینی ئەو ئازارە لەبیرێتێتە ئەوانەی من تێگەیشتم بەو شێوازە دەست خۆش بێت.
دەستی جەنابیشتان خۆش بێت کاکە دانا. Ava, he's talking about the hurting, that sometimes people are getting hurt for a reason. Like there is always a reason for people that they get hurt. And from that hurting, as far as I understood from his speech, we will learn a lesson. So literally it's all about learning lessons. Okay, what about the word love? Because Rumi depends on love a lot. He believes that love is the love of soul and heart rather than the love of body, which means it's more like spiritual love rather than physical body. So what is your point of view about this? بەپێی ڕۆمی بێت ئەو زیاتر بیری لای ئەوەیە یاخود بە جەخت لەسەرەوە کاتەوە کە خۆشەویستی بە دڵ و بە ڕۆحە نەک بە جەستە. This is one of the evidence that Rumi, he was in love with Shams. That he said there is no gender differences between love. ئەو باوەڕی وایە ڕەگەس بوونی نییە لە نێوان خۆشەویستیدا. According to Rumi, بەپێی ڕومی بێت چونکە لە زۆر سەرچاوەی ترا باس لەوە کراوە بەڵام هیچ کەسێک تا ئەسەر نەیسەلماندووە. هەرچەندێکێک لەو توێژینەوانەم لەسەرەوەیە کە خۆشەویستی ڕومی بۆ شەمس زۆر زیاتر بووە لە خۆشەویستی ڕومی بۆ ئەو کچی کە بەخێوی کردووە کە ناوی کیمیایە. So what do you believe? What is your point of view? Do you believe in love of soul or love of physical body? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Cool. So, Eva, if I start with you.
Do I believe in love of soul? Is your question?
Yeah, I mean, do you prefer love of soul or love of body?
Soul, hands down.
Okay.
The laugh longer. Yay, the internet's back, or the electricity's back.
Welcome to 21st century again. So, where is the love of, where can we have a love of body? Yeah, love is a friendship set on fire, which I used in the beginning of my book. I am in love with Rumi, actually. I mean, with his works, he's quite giant. But what about others? Shokhan, Zahra, Awin, and Shane.
I think love is really the great word. Is every day we need to hear this word. So I think love it make us renew every day. We need to this love. Love is soul. If you have the love of soul, we will achieve the love of body in the same time. But if you have the love only in the body, we will lose the love of your soul, because soul is connecting your body. But if your body the like face than the soul, it's not like the good thing. I think if you achieve the soul of the face, soul, and then body, I think I don't have a lot of information about this, but it's my
That's-
opinion.
Yeah, that's good. Well, it depends on the word of love you use, because not always love could give the same connotation that you think about it. But thank you so much. What about others?
Okay.
Shannon, Shokhan, Dana, and
بەڵێ مامۆستا گوێ لێمە
yes, Bala.
من پێم وابێ خۆشەویستی ئەگەر بەجەستە بکرێت ئەم خۆشەویستیە زوو لە ناوەچێت چونکە وەکو حەزێک وایە ئەو حەزە ئەڕوات نامێنێت بەڵام خۆشەویستیە کە بە دوور بەجیان بکرێت زۆر بە زەحمەت لە ناوەچێت بڕوا بکە یعنی لە تا دوو مردنیش ئەو خۆشەویستی لە ناو ناچێت هەرەوە نامێنێ دەست خۆش
That's a question, Dana. Love of soul will stay. Okay. He was talking about the love of soul will stay forever, even after death. But the love of body will decay with the body itself. So if you love someone physically, whoever that person is, your mom, your dad, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, your brother, sister, siblings, whoever that love is, if you love it for the physical body, after his or her disappearance, your love will disappear too. But if you love for a soul, it will move all around the blood vessels. This is according to me, not according to Rumi. Okay, I will give you, because of the electric cut, I will give you something like 10 more minutes, because I cannot upload more than 1 hour. But again, Rumi believed in changing of, he believed that if you want to change something, first start to change yourself. بەپێی ڕوومی ئەووا دەڵێت کە گەر بتەوێت گۆڕانکاری لە جیهانە بکەیت دەبێت سەرەتا لە خۆتەوە دەست پێ بکەیت. To what extent do you believe in this idea? تا چ ڕادێک تۆ باوەڕت بەمە هەیە کە گۆڕانکاری لە خودی خۆتەوە دەست پێ دەکات؟ وە چۆن؟ How can you change yourself in order to change the world? You totally agree with me, Mr. Mohammed, or you agree with Rumi? With Rumi, not with me. Okay. Then for next week, Mr. Mohammed, go have a Zoom meeting with Rumi, not with me. For God's sake, I'm giving my time to you. I'm sorry, guys, because it was the end time, like 40 minutes was over according to Zoom program. That's the reason why it just blocked out again. So I thought that Mr. Mohammed will not join my Zoom again because, well, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
بەڵێ جوما لێتە
Ava, your mic. That's the perfect idea. Your mic is off.
Okay, I'm here.
Good. Okay, so I don't know whether the others will join or not. گەر بەردامی پێ بدەم لەسەر بابەتەکە چونکە توانم تا 10 دقەی تر کات بەم چونکە دوای ئەوەی تر ناتوانم ئەپلۆدی کەمە سەر YouTube and Instagram. بۆیە بە شتێک دەست پێکەم to be grateful. سپاسگوزاری. Do we really appreciate everything? ئایا بەڕاستی ئێمە سپاسگوزارین بەرامبەر هەموو شتێک؟
actually no.
Yeah. So why we are not satisfied? Why we always, for example, you have a car, you always look for a better car, but you don't look for those people that they have a bicycle. You have a bicycle, you look for a car, but you don't look for those people that they are walking. You are walking, but you don't think you want to have a bicycle, but you don't think those people that they don't even have a leg. Or they don't have a shoes.
That's right.
So why we are not satisfied? بۆچی ئەمە هیچ کات سپاسگوزار نین هەمیشە بە بۆڵین. We always nag, we always complain, we never satisfy, we never appreciate.
ئەگەر ئیجازە بێ من ئەتوانم
فەرموو کاکدانە.
پێم وابێ کە ئێمە ئەو هەموو نیعمەتانە نابینین کە بەسەر خۆمانە ڕژاوە لە چواردۆری خۆمانە هەمیشە سەیری سەر و خۆمانەکەین. یعنی ئەو کەسانەی کە لە ئێمە بۆ نمونە بەرزترن لە ڕووی دەوڵەمەندی لە ڕووی سیارە و لە ڕووی هەموو شتێکەوە ئێمە سەیری خۆمان ناکەین. خوای گەورە چ نیعمەتێکی پێیاوین. ئەگەر بێت و سوپاسگاری ئەو شتانە نەبین ئیتر بەو شێوازە چۆنەڵی دەرونیشت نامرتاح بێ. بەڵام ئەگەر ئینسان سەیری خوارخۆی کات سەیری خوارخۆی کات لە خوارخۆیەوە خەڵک ببینێ ئەو کاتە خۆشت ببینی و کاتە ئەبێ زۆر سپاسی خوا بکەی کە تۆ زۆر لەوان باشتری بوو. ئینسان هەمیشە پێویستە سەیری خوارخۆی کات نەک سەر و خۆی. زۆر سپاس دەستخۆش.
دەستە خۆش بێت کاکدانە، دەستە خۆش بێت. What about you, شۆخان؟ شۆخان, are you with us?
Yeah.
Cool. What do you believe?
I think because we are human and we don't have any limit to achieve in this world, and we are greedy people. We always was for something bigger than we have. I think that's why, but we have to thankful for everything that we have, for a healthy body and for everything, for our family, for our job, for our education. We have to be grateful for everything, and we don't have to look forward. We don't have in life. We have to grateful for those things that we have.
Okay, thank you so much, dear Shohan. What about you, Eva? What do you think?
No, I think if there's, like, as I said, if there's things to compare you with, like, I feel like, I don't know, I mean, it's natural to kind of compare yourself to others.
You are right.
But, I mean, as you were saying, like, the whole question before about being a prisoner to yourself, I feel like the person who stopped comparing themselves, like, is not a prisoner anymore. Right? Because, like, you can live, like, this whole, like, wanting something else, it's like, you can never kind of escape that thinking.
So you believe in self-comparison with others, but not to the degree of greediness.
Well, no, I'm just like speculating. I don't know. It's not like what I think, but like, I think if you can reach a point where you don't compare yourself with others, like, you have a lot more energy to think about other things.
But I believe in I do believe in comparison in a good way.
I mean, it's natural. It's also like it can motivate you, you know?
I totally agree. Because sometimes well, my question was not about comparison. My question was about appreciation. There is a difference between comparison and appreciation. I always look forward to learn the best. I always work hard to be in the peak or to be in the top. I always try my best to be above everyone or above everyone. But with what I have, I feel appreciated. I feel supportive. I feel gratitude, grateful. But this doesn't stop me from working harder or better. These are two different things. We compare in order to be better, to be higher, to be more educated. But if you do not appreciate yourself, you are just like a worm. You will eat yourself. You keep telling yourself that, okay, this is me. I cannot do anything. I'm done with here. I'm good now. And all of a sudden, you will see even those people below you, they will move much higher than you. And then you are in the same place. So being appreciative is nothing to do with being, to compare yourself with others. This is according to my way of thinking. I don't know what do you believe in. Okay. Well, you can share your points if you have any. I'm done here. If you don't have anything, we will end Zoom program for this week. I'm sorry for this travel during the electricity cut. It is not in my hand and it's not my fault. It's something that I cannot do it, or I cannot do anything about it. But still, I'm appreciative because people out there, they don't have electricity. At least for me, from time to time, it cuts, but people out there, they don't have it even. They don't have a ceiling to sit under it or to sleep under it. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. I wish you have enjoyed today's Zoom meeting. We will post another book for next week, and I hope that you will love it. So, do you have anything to add? Eva, do you want to add anything for the final touch, as a final touch?
No, just thank you guys for joining, and looking forward to next week.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I really do appreciate it. I hope you have enjoyed and have a very great, achievable night. Wish you all the best and see you soon.
See you.
Bye-bye.